G'day everyone, I'm Bob Brown, the leader of the Greens, and I've just been watching a fairly big grizzle by Lindsay, the Labor member for Melbourne, about the Greens. Goodness, Lindsay, here we are, the Greens who've taken on John Howard when Labor failed to, time and time again in the last 12 years, on climate change, on uranium exports, on destruction of forests, on the $3.5 billion going into private health insurance, which should be going to public hospitals and public health, on the budget mega cuts to the rich, which should be going to public education, public health, public transport, and of course our stronger stand on industrial relations and unions being able to help workers to get a fair go in the workplace, much stronger than Labor's stand. But how come you're picking on us and not on John Howard? Really? There's a complementary election campaign here, which is the Greens going for the balance of power in the Senate, while Labor goes for government in the House of Representatives. And let me tell you this, if the Greens don't get that balance of power, but the coalition's still sitting there, or John Howard's accepted crossbench party, Stephen Fielding for Family First, who, as you know, got in on your Labor preferences last time in Victoria, then you'll have a blocking Senate. And it's going to be one of those turbulent periods where Labor gets a big mandate in the House of Representatives and then has its efforts to change work choices, to tackle climate change, to look at a whole raft of social and economic and environmental issues blocked by a hostile Senate, which of course will be in the wake of a Howard defeat, being led by Peter Costello. Now, this is a big time for change. We're reaching for a new direction for Australia. We want Australia, for example, to lead the world in environmental technology and in tackling climate change. Unlike Labor, the Greens want to see coal put on the back burner and the money going into coal being put into renewable energy like solar, and up front an energy efficiency program which can give 30% of the electricity now being used in Australia over to new energy uses in the future, so we don't have to burn more coal. Lots of good ideas like that. When it comes to democracy, the Greens will be standing in every seat in Australia, including your seat. That's what democracy's about. You should be welcoming the voters having a bigger choice instead of getting narked about it. And we Greens will give you and every other candidate the best run for our money that we can. We're a values party. We're not in the old camp which says it's dollars that are dominant. We're there to find a world, and this country can take the lead, in which people live with each other and live with the planet instead of off it, so we don't get more problems like climate change coming down the line to threaten economies, jobs, social fabric and the environment. We'll have a healthy debate about that in the Parliament. We welcome Labor standing everywhere it can. How about you welcome the Greens standing everywhere we can? And together we'll replace this Howard government, which is well past its use by date, which has served Australia badly, which is last century. We need to work together, separately but together, for the benefit of the Australian people in moulding a new vision for this country in the years ahead. Let's do it.